Vivian Jones subtly probes Lorenzo Russo about his retirement plans at Russo Jewelers, suggesting he might enjoy stepping back while his sons take over. Lorenzo dismisses the idea, expressing doubts about his son's maturity and frustration with his wife Clarice's similar suggestions. Vivian reassures him, disguising her motives as concern while hiding her identity as his illegitimate daughter. Udell Mitchell confronts Owen Grant about a smear campaign targeting Heidi, warning Owen not to exploit Udell's strained marriage or Yvette's past lies. Owen denies any such plans, assuring Wanda, Udell's wife and his secret lover, that he won't harm Yvette. However, Wanda doubts his sincerity, accusing him of hurting Yvette by their affair. Elsewhere, Jeremiah Dorval grapples with endorsing Heidi Russo after her past affair with Finnegan and his failure to hold Kiev accountable. Heidi pleads for a chance to redeem herself, convincing Jeremiah to continue his support, though he remains wary of Owen's intention. At school, Max Russo and Vanessa Dorval argue about Max's growing anger and inability to forgive. Vanessa, worried about his darker demeanor since Ulisa's death, urges him to regain his composure. Max, feeling misunderstood, counters by highlighting Vanessa's unresolved anger toward Kiev. At Shirley's diner, Jeremiah and Shelley Dorval meet with Shirley and Isaac Pierce. Shirley shares that her daughter Vivian plans to stay in Valley Park, and the couples discuss local politics, particularly Heidi Russo's campaign for district attorney. The Dorvals express reservations about endorsing Heidi, but agree she's a better option than her opponent, Owen, who tried to exploit their grief over Ulisa Torres' death to gain their support. Shirley and Isaac sympathize with the Dorvals' struggles and share concerns about the emotional toll of Kiev Burke's upcoming trial. At Theodosius's palace, Owen and Pacho Torres strategize for Owen's campaign. While Pacho suggests using dirt against the Dorvals, particularly JJ's mental health and his involvement in wounding Pacho's father, Owen hesitates, uneasy about exploiting such personal matters. Pacho, however, insists that politics comes with consequences and urges Owen to consider his approach carefully. Meanwhile, Quinlan Franklin visits her godmother, Jackie Green, at the salon. Jackie scolds Quinlan for her dangerous investigation into the Apina family, warning of potential fallout. Quinlan brushes off her concerns, focusing on uncovering the truth about Danny Clark. Tensions rise when Brandon arrives, accusing Quinlan of causing problems after Danny's brother Jaden is removed from their home. Outside, Sean offers Brandon a reward for helping him deal with Quinlan, escalating the threats against her. At the Russo estate, Clarice and Lorenzo argue over his retirement. Lorenzo feels emasculated by Clarice's push for him to step back, accusing her of undermining him. When he reveals that Vivian supports his decision to keep working, Clarice becomes furious, claiming Vivian doesn't have his best interests at heart. Hiding the truth about Vivian's parentage, Clarice storms off, leaving Lorenzo confused and their marriage further strained. At the high school, Vanessa confronts Max about avoiding a prior conversation. Max fears addressing it will play into Dee Dee and JJ's manipulative schemes, but Vanessa insists their focus should be on not letting them win. Their disagreement deepens as Vanessa accuses Max of dismissing her perspective, and Max challenges Vanessa's unresolved feelings toward Kiev. He requests time to process who he's becoming after his traumatic encounter. Meanwhile, Dee Dee questions Yvette about her behavior since the Black Friday party, hinting at Zeke's involvement. Yvette, haunted by her secret with Zeke, deflects but is interrupted by JJ. As tensions rise, Dee Dee defends Yvette, yet JJ warns against trusting her, emphasizing their goal of breaking up Vanessa and Max. In the school library, Nichelle revisits the space where her sister Ulissa tragically passed away. Zeke joins her, offering comfort and reminding her of Ulissa's faith. Nichelle struggles with reconciling her pain with belief in God and issues a dark warning to Zeke about never hurting her again. At Russo Jewelers, Vivian persuades Isidore to sign over his shares, claiming it will strengthen his bid for CEO and appease Heidi's concerns. She manipulates Isidore by highlighting his advantages over Gianni and Heidi, securing his trust while secretly reveling in her growing control. Isidore visits Isabel at Theodosius' palace, on Christmas Eve, bearing a heartfelt gift. Isabel hesitates to accept it, wary of potential complications, but Isidore reassures her, revealing the gift symbolizes that Ulissa and their lost unborn child will never be forgotten. Their conversation turns somber as Isabel reflects on past Christmases, leaving Isidore hopeful for a brighter future between them. Meanwhile, Vivian faces an intense confrontation with Clarice, who accuses her of trying to destroy the Russo family. Vivian denies the accusations. After Clarice leaves, Vivian plots with Pacho, urging him to leverage Lorenzo's secret to secure his shares. At Wade's office, tensions flare between him and Sean over Danny Clark's case. Wade fears the FBI's scrutiny and public backlash, while Sean dismisses the risks. Their heated argument ends with Wade warning Sean to tread carefully, suspecting Sean might act without his approval. Elsewhere, Zeke and Quinlan share a heartfelt conversation about Nichelle's grief and holiday plans. However, their evening takes a horrifying turn when Brandon confronts them with a gun. Despite Quinlan's attempts to de-escalate the situation, Brandon's resolve remains unshaken. As Zeke refuses to leave his sister, a gunshot rings out, leaving the outcome uncertain. Can't get enough of the crazy world of In Times Like These? Treat yourself to a binge watch of In Times Like These. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You're not ready for what's to come, but tune in anyways.